People ask me all the time if it's worth paying the extra money for organic food versus the other stuff that you get in the stores. So I'm sitting here reading a book by Joel Salatin, and if you're unfamiliar with him, if you know anything about the farming industry, he's one of the kind of lead sustainable farmers in the world. If you watched the movie documentary Food Inc., he was the farmer in there with the big straw hat. And I'm going to read an excerpt from him from his recent book, Folks, This Ain't Normal. So he starts off by saying, people think with me here, how could we make a farm really sick? We would want sick animals, high vet bills, and rampant pathogens. Okay, first, we'd raise only one species of something. After all, we don't want any confused pathogens trying to figure out who the host is. And we certainly don't want any species unfriendly to the pathogen. Yes, monospeciation is the way to go. That means our farmers would be known as dairy farmers, beef farmers, chicken farmers, vineyardists, vegetable growers. Yes, one species it shall be. Number 2, let's crowd this one species together. We don't want those pathogens to expand any energy trying to find a great host habitat. After all, we wouldn't want these bugs to work for a living. Crowd up the host to make it easy as possible for the pathogens to live and proliferate. After all, the best way to combat an outbreak of flu in an elementary school is to herd all the kids into the gymnasium and confine them until their epidemic passes, right? We wouldn't want to call off school and have them all stay home apart from each other. Clump them together. That's the best way to stay on top of the flu outbreak. Number 3, let's make sure all the animals don't get any exercise. Everyone knows couch potato humans are the most healthy. Make sure their lives are completely sedentary. The less they move around, the better. We wouldn't want muscle tone or healthy cardiovascular systems. Keep them flabby. Number 4, grow them faster than anyone ever thought imaginable. Shoot the carbohydrates in the rations and blimp them up faster than you can say Jack Sprat. After all, fatter, bigger, faster, cheaper is the mantra of the American food system. We all know that machines run their most efficient when the pedal is to the metal and the engine is screaming at the highest RPMs possible. Animals are the same way. Wouldn't want them stunted, not realizing their full genetic potential. Rev them up, vroom. Make them grow so fast that they have heart attacks as juveniles. Make them grow so fast that their livers swell to double normal size due to abscesses, as the filter of the body works overtime to handle toxicity. Make them produce so much milk or lay so many eggs that they cannibalize the calcium right out of the skeleton trying to keep up with production. Leave them with no immune system left at all. Number 5, deny them fresh air and sunshine. Nature's #1 sanitizer. Nothing breaks down pathogens like a good airing out in the sun. So we won't abide anything like that on this pathogen-friendly farm. Let's make sure not a ray of sunshine dapples their existence, and make sure the air they breathe is laden with fecal particles that abrades their tender mucous membranes, creating lesions that allow this fecal particle to pass right into the bloodstream and override respiratory filters. That way pathogens can fill and consume the inside of the animals in addition to the outside. Wow, we're really getting somewhere. This is fun. Look how easy this is. Number 6, let's dope them up with drugs to override their immune systems. That will create lethargic immune systems not susceptible to pathogens when they arise. Number 7, we'll feed them junk food. Sure, unnatural food like dead cows, chicken manure, dead chickens, and grain to herbivores. We'll feed industrial grease residue to chickens. And let's feed pastry waste to the pigs. And let the grains we feed, let them be grown with artificial chemical fertilizers so the plants are deficient in vital enzymes and nutrients. Feed only the bare minimum minerals instead of the maximum. Always feed to the minimum, not the maximum. And then he says, okay folks, what have we just described? Modern America farms. And he says, okay folks, this ain't normal. Nothing about it is normal. It's not normal for the animals, not normal throughout civilized history, it's not normal for the ecology, energy flows, or carbon cycling and sequestration. So no need to take my word for it. There's 7 great reasons from Joel Salatin why you should buy organics and or from your local farmer.